Welcome in once again, guys. We're here to feed that Yu-Gi-Oh cardboard addiction, guys. You guys already know we have Tate here again. We had to bring him on, and it's crazy, Tate, that it was almost like a month ago that we were together. It says 4 weeks. Insane. Look, December 26th, and literally like 2 to 3 days. It was a month ago already, and we said next month we're gonna bring you on, and here we are. This is the January Tate show, essentially, guys. Why? Because basically, we were talking about a card like Radiant Typhoon Crozea. Look at that. A month ago, Tate came on the channel and he said, guys, pick this card up. Pick up Radiant Typhoon Crozea. He gave the fundamentals. We analyzed the charts and saw that back then the consolidation phase was over. The card was consolidating around 11s. It had pumped up to 1920s. And it's insane. Tate, look at the card today. Insanity. Second leg up status. Parabolic move. Here it says it's 45s, but before refreshing, the card was hitting like 60 bucks. There were people buying this card at 59, 89, 60 bones. That's up 3x from when we were talking about it a month ago. And even before then, I was talking about this card at 10, 11 bucks. Definitely to consider it back from his Genesis days. So insane, man. I'm sorry. The card is going parabolic. I didn't even ask you. How you feeling? How's it going? Thanks for being on the channel again. Let's hear it. Tell me something, Tate. What's going on with these post-banlist markets?
It's crazy. First of all, thanks for having me back. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, that market watch was crazy. A lot of hits on there, not a lot of misses. Definitely, Featherstorm, not the best call. That one did get banned, but of course. The Radiant stuff is way up. Yeah, for sure. We're going to definitely touch base on that. And of course, everything is subject to either reprints or banlist hits or unlock. So, no one truly knows, but the gist of it, this was an amazing market watch, guys, and we're going to repeat it again today. So make sure you tune in, make sure you subscribe to both, my channel and Tate as well. We're going to leave the links in the description down below. You definitely do not want to miss out. The heat is crazy right now. Post-banlist season, the meta is literally changing, morphing right in front of our eyes after the banlist hits, and Burst Protocol just around the corner. We have Richmond just around the corner as well, so I'm excited. So yeah, it's insane, guys. Radiance, I mean, high expectations, just like Tate and me discussed last month. High expectations heading into the new meta. Now the banlist has confirmed most of the moves and the plays that we were talking back then, and insane that this card literally overnight reached $60. Insane. You can see with the actual high sale price here, and of course it's nice to see a tad bit of a retracement back down to the mean in some sorts, but just a couple listings here. At any moment it could literally go back up to 50s and 60s or even a new all-time high. So 14 listings only, and again, all I can say, now you either pay a premium or hopefully you came in when Tate highlighted this card about a month ago. So definitely very interesting. And yeah, man, so again, it'll sound like kind of repetitive because you did provide the explanation then, but now to see it pan out, now to get the feel post-banlist, where does Radiant stand after the hits of certain decks? Do you think tier 1 is gonna win Richmond? What's the expectations right now around this deck? I think it's a strong pick. I don't think it's the #1 best deck by any means. I think that definitely goes to Branded Dracotail.
Okay.
But I think, especially since we didn't see a ban to Dimensional Fissure, this deck is still very well positioned, very strong going first, and can play a lot of really powerful quick play spells. The Fallen and the Virtuous, Droplet, Crown, those are all really strong. And just being, you can't sack with Harpy's Featherstorm anymore, which is definitely, that was a boost to the deck. I can't lie, but it still does what it does.
Exactly. I see what you mean, where, obviously the card got banned. It got banned for a reason, is because it was that good, just locking your opponent out for monster effects for a whole turn. But that doesn't take away from the rest of the features that the deck does have. And we can see even the Starlight rares, it says 6 listings here. I mean, just parabolic as well. It was 60 bucks the other day, now literally up 2x with just 1 listing right there before it quickly goes to 150s, then 2 hundos a pop, 5 listings only, 1 page. I mean, just parabolic, the pure definition of parabolicness post banlist. The hype is always insane, and as you can see, people want to play a deck that they know that they'll be able to play for the next couple of months. If they're making these investments, they're picking this up, they don't need to think about a ban list 3 to 4 months from now. They don't need to think about nothing other than going to the next event and making sure that they have the deck that they want to play. So very, very interesting. And again, Chant was also a card that we did talk about back then. Same fundamental reasons. We were talking about this card literally as it consolidated last year around 350s. You know, and as I told you guys, I literally had 12 copies. You know, and again, we said get exposure. If you can get 1, if you can get 3, if you can get 12 like me, if you can get 15 to 20, to each their own, but it's getting exposure because we expected this. Literally, you can see the parabolic spike here says to 8s. New volume re-interest has came in. You know, thanks to the post-ban list moves right now. And right now, this is next. This card's going to hit double digits. You know, I wouldn't be surprised to see it at 12, 13s, 15s heading into Richmond. Just hype. A lot of hype around the archetype. First, it starts with Crozea, and you're going to see it trickle down to Chant. And yes, we discussed this Tate at cheaper prices as well a month ago. So hopefully you listen to Tate, to us, you know, with the whole Radiant Typhoon deck archetype, because as we can see, it's heating up across the board. So it's always nice to see that here. And then, you know, obviously I didn't pull it up here, so I'll just do it right now. You did mention Fallen and the Virtuous, which yes, I mean, obviously is a card that we talked about in that video as well. And you know, Tate highlighted to me reaching out saying, Jay, like, this has been one of your best picks here in a while. And he's right. Why? Because we said every time in every episode, every market watch, I was like, I'm sounding like a broken record, boys, but you know, hey, it's for a reason. And here's the reason. I mean, the card was consolidating forever, you know, under 3s. The November, late November promotional Thanksgiving, Cyber Monday, Black Friday thing came through. What we said, guys, pick these up between 2 to 3s. You won't regret it. You're going to be up 2 to 3x in the future. And here we are. Now we wake up one day, I'm here collabing with Tate, and we're just highlighting what we already knew. Why? Because Tate has access to this crystal ball right here. Look at it. Look at that. He said, Jay, let me borrow the crystal ball to make those call outs with regards to the Radiant moves. And yeah, this crystal ball don't play, man. It don't play. It doesn't, man.
We would place that right here.
Hey, look at that. Look at that. Free money, man. And you got the Starlight that you told us you pulled, right? You see? Yeah, and we're going to touch base on that one in just a minute. But look at that, guys. Pushing 8 bones. Yes, you do see here a wall of China. But at the rate that this card is selling, now it feels post-ban-list, like we said back then, because the whole point is before the moves happen, before the ban-list, before everyone now, after the ban-list, oh yeah, man, we need 3, of course, this is meta relevant, it's staple-ish, and now everyone's playing. Yeah, that's what we were saying a month or 2 or 3, or whenever this card came out, we were talking, guys, pick it up. This is the steal of the structure deck. And a lot of people say, well, yeah, I mean, the structure deck costs 20 bucks. You know, how is a card in the structure deck going to be worth $10, $15 one day? We've seen crazy things happen. And the structure deck, it's hard to get. You know, it's hard to crack open. It's hard to get access to these, even though it's guaranteed inside the product. So yeah, I mean, what do you think, Tate? Now, I mean, we talked about the call and the parabolicness, the chart, and the price, but fundamentally speaking, how does the card affect or impact the meta right now post-banlist?
First of all, I mean, there's no excuse for you not to have picked this up. Jay's been talking about it for months now. As far as meta relevance, definitely in Radiant, a lot of decks can play this. Branded Draco Tail plays, you know, at least 2 copies. I've seen some lists on 3 even, you know, a 3rd in the side maybe. So it's just a really powerful card. Good removal that's generic and recycles itself.
Yeah. I mean, well said. I mean, fundamentally speaking, people are going to just start playing it just as expected. And look, I mean, you know, Tate woke up a richer man today. Why? Because he has his copy of the Starlight right here. And the card was 150s, literally, when we were talking about it a month ago. And now, I mean, there's a couple one-ofs here in the 200s, 220s, and then you start seeing crazy $300-$400 prices, 7 listings only. And the thing is, a lot of people are like, oh yeah, that's high, no one's gonna pay that. No, the thing is, like, bro, this is a card that is branded oriented, branded related, plus the generic stapleness of it. Yes, there will be people out there that are willing to pay 500, 600, 700. They're like, I just need the playset. I'm gonna use this card for months. I want the max rarity. Is behind the structure deck that no one can get anymore. Let me get the copies. Look, people here actually spending close to 2 hundos a pop. Okay, it's there. It's actual generated sales, and it's insane. I mean, we always saw this happening, so it's nice to see this, you know, come into fruition per se. And then, you know, you do have the secret rares. Where is this right here? Yeah, the secret rare still around 15. Not bad. I mean, we were talking about it at 9 to 10s. Then it bumped up to 15s recently. But don't let this card reach 20. Look, a couple listings away and it's 20 bones. I would not be surprised to see this card at $25 to $30, even though it may sound crazy. As a secret rare from a structure deck, I see it happening. These are hard to get from the structure decks because there's other secret rares as well. And again, this is the perfect like mid-max that people are going to want to come in and get exposure to this card. So don't let this 2x from here and become a $30 card. Don't do that. I mean, yeah, you're paying instead of 10s, 15s, but 15s is better than 20 to 30. So I would actually be getting these right now. If I would, you know, oh, I'm late, Jay. Oh, man, I didn't listen to you for the last 3 months. I would come in here, take my $50, get a playset right now of the secret rares, and live to fight another day. That would be the approach with that card. So there you go. And then we do have MST, another one. Like DJ Khaled likes to say, another one. Tate was on this one right here. As you can see, Tate was talking about this card, one of his personal picks of the day. Quarter century secret rare MST at 17 bones. 17 bones. Readily available for the masses. You come in today, 28 piece. After a couple one-ofs, $30, then 35s at the bottom of the page. So yeah, I mean, you called it obviously around the same fundamental event of the Radiance. So I guess not too much to add in that sense. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna ask, how does it feel to see, you know, the market coming to fruition, just basically having that foresight of seeing what was to come with a card like MST?
It feels good. I mean, I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so. You know, if you didn't pick it up back then, it's doubled up. So, and then one thing I wanted to say about the Fallen, the secret rare, is that you got to remember that's an upgrade. So you're not guaranteed these secret rares. Right? You're only going to get one upgrade per deck, and so it's pretty like the actual secret rare copies are pretty scarce.
Excellent point. Excellent point. You can see the volume is going up and 15 listings only. So this is, I'm surprised it's still 15s. Like, I'm being honest. You know, and you see the walls, that's great. At 20s, that's great. But I'm surprised just on how scarce this is. And the thing is, once people start realizing that the ultras are getting hard to get, or if they reach 10 bucks, double digits, people are going to start choosing this over that one anyway. So great point that you made around this card and the MST. And then don't forget, I'll Be on the Branded Dragon is also associated with Fallen and the Virtuous. So you can see this big fat W-shaped recovery, literally double bottom formation. The chart is screaming, buy me now. The card was $150, bumping up to 2s. And this is it. You have this wall of China. Sure, a lot of people, oh, we have ultras and cheaper versions and this, that, and the third. Hey, that's good. You see a wall of China, you get, this is the technical max rarity. Us Yu-Gi-Oh players, you know, especially post-banlist, we're going to start getting nitpicky. Okay, now I know what I'm going to play. I don't need to be worried about a balance. I'm going to X or Y and Z event. You know what? This extra deck, I don't want to play, you know, that ultra rare. It doesn't look too nice unless they're Euros from the structure deck. Let me get this max rarity 2022 tin version, prismatic secret rare, and then this card could reach $5 at the bottom of the page. Don't let this wall of China fool you. It's a matter of time before it hits anywhere between $3 to $5. So yeah, great calls, man. Starting the market wide strong. And another one. Tate reached out. He's like, Jay, we got to talk about Fissure. Why? Because this card is insane in this format. And again, as we can see, he was like, Jay, he's getting bought out. I'm like, what? $80? I'm like, golly. Hey, thankfully we got more cards of selling that, so he has more cards. You know, he got you, boys. You know what I mean? One listing only. Insanity. The card used to be 15 bucks. Before that, 10, 11s, and recently 23s when we last touched base on it. Volume came in, cleaned this card out, man. So Tay, I need this again, a fundamental reason explanation. You did touch base early on this, but what is going on with Fissure to the extent that the quarter century secret rare is 80? Wait, Billy didn't pay 80s. Okay, Billy paid 30s. Okay, we'll see if this one sells, but let's hear it, man. What's going on with this?
So this card is not only generically good in the Radiant, but also in like Vanquish Soul Canine you can play this, and it just really hurts the Draco Tail deck. Having their cards banished really hurts. So I think people thought this might get hit on the ban list, and as soon as it wasn't, they scooped it up and started buying all of them.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I love Tate's explanations, man. They're just straight to the point, streamlined. We can all understand it. You know, not talking too much. Love it in the sense that he just communicates what we need to know. And that's just so true. I mean, the best that considered branded Draco Tail. What's a good card against that matchup? We have Fissure, and not just by Tate explaining it fundamentally, but the market agrees in the sense of volume coming in. And look, even the Platinum Secret Rare, you have a couple 1-ofs, RO9s at 3s and some change. Not bad if you really need the card. But after that, after a couple mini walls here and there, 5 bones. 5 bones. These sellers, they usually have like huge walls. You know, the S Gamings, the Core TCGs, the other, you know, those big wall of Chiners, you know, basically they always have thousands of copies. When you see they only have 9, that's a sign that the card is scarce, and that it's hard to get, and that we expect higher prices. So again, you do have you know, choices. You have the Platinum Secret, you have the Duelist Saga Ultras here that quickly go to $5 at the bottom of the page. So any and all holographic versions, you have the OG secrets, you have, you know, like, just pick them up, man. These are all hard to get. I mean, except these rares, but still, I mean, for a rare, 115 listings, that's not that bad. So listen to Tate. If you need access to the card, just to have access to it, Jay, but I'm not playing it in my current list. We have 3 to 4 months with the new format. You never know how things morph and change. Have access to Fissure. So I really like Tate's suggestion when it comes to this one, because quarter century secret rare, parabolic, man. So if you need to purchase any of these cards that we're talking about today, first link in the description down below, or at the very least fast track these at your convenience. Make sure you take advantage of that. And yeah, free market watch course right here, free $15 off, link in the description down below. We'll leave the link to Tate's channel down there. You know, hey, if he gets inspired, he does a video or two, you want to make sure you tune in right there. You want to make sure you subscribe, make sure you follow over there, and then subscribe to your boy. Make sure you like the video on the way in. Would gladly appreciate that. None of this content is official financial advice. It is for entertainment purposes only. So we do have Mulcharmy Purulia. You know, it's a card, a Mulcharmy that Tate wanted to highlight now, especially post-BANLIST. To me, honestly, I think is one of the, you know, forgotten Mulcharmies as of late, especially with the reprint, which we do see the volume, the interest coming back in post-BANLIST, but I think this is cheap. I think I could see this card literally, even with these walls of China, you know, start approaching not just 750s in the short term, but maybe even before a potential rarity 5 reprint actually reach the double-digit mark as a common. So, you know, let us know, Tate, is that possible? And if so, then what would be like the fundamental reason or the meta relevance attached to such a move?
Yeah, I think this card definitely has the potential to hit $10. It's really good into all of the Canine decks, and it's good into Radiant. It's not, you know, not amazing into the Draco Tail deck, but you do have some more summoning from hand now with like the Fallen of the White Dragon, Ecclesia, that kind of thing. So I think this card is going to start seeing a lot more play, especially at Richmond.
Yeah. Love it. And again, Richmond is going to be just so indicative of the, you know, next 3 months after that, you know, so format defining. That's why I'm excited, because yeah, I don't take part in the meta. I don't, you know, have a current meta deck. Like I don't play. You know, we all have our reasons why we go to events and have a good time and things of that nature. But I love, for some reason, like tracking. If I'm not playing the meta, I love tracking the meta in the sense, especially, you know, to know prices wise, maybe what to pick up and things of that nature. But just to know what's going to top, you know, or after an event, what topped, what happened. That's why I'm excited now. That video after Richmond, just to cover the event, see who won, see the top decks and things of that nature is going to be super fun. So again, you don't want this card to be $10 by then. So if you need this card, you know, 6 is here. I think this card has the potential to be up 35%. It doesn't have to be overnight. It doesn't even have to be this week or the next. But as things start heating up post-BANLIST, you can see we just had the largest 3-month volume candle in the last 90 days, literally right here. Those are the signs, guys. So, you know, you have to act before the move actually happens. So no better time to pick this card up, in my humble opinion. So there you go. Then we have Bystial Dis Pater, another one that used to be $9-10, went up to 25 bones, retraced back down to 20s, and here we are. You know, we have one there, a mini wall of China here at 2187s, but literally after that, the next wall is at $30 for this Bystial that, you know, Bystials didn't get hit. A lot of people thought, you know, Magnuma or Druid Worm and Ball Drake and maybe, you know, ban a couple or do this or do that. No, everything stayed the same with Bystials, so now people feel safe. I still think this could be a great candidate for Rarity Collection 5 if you ask me. But fundamentally speaking, how does Dis Pater pan out now into the current meta scene?
Yeah, so there's combos you can do in the Elven Notes deck to do hand rips with Psy-Frame Omega, and then summon it back with Dis Pater to hand rip again. So that's pretty strong. And then the Elven Notes in Archetype, they have a hand rip as well. So ripping 3 is pretty powerful.
Hey, man. Don't worry, guys. In modern Yu-Gi-Oh, we just all we need is 1 star. So, you know, we're fine. We'll draw the 1 starter and then the 1 hand trap for the follow-up turn. we'll be fine. So we ain't scared of, you know, of Omega or, you know, the Elven Note hand rip. We're good. All I need is 2 cards. But yeah, guys, again, this Pater right here, yeah, 30 bones in the short term. There is a Wall of China, but after that, a 40 piece at the bottom of the page. So 15 listings. And again, I get it. If you're going to Richmond, if you're going to a regional, if you're going to, you know, Vegas, even though I don't know if Vegas might be after Rarity Collection, but the whole point is, if you're going to one of these big events, especially Richmond or to a local regional, like, and you need the card, you know, you're not going to be like, oh, in April's getting reprint. No, you're going to get it now, right? But again, just keep it in mind that this card may continue going up here until a reprint is announced, if that were to be the case. So definitely a great card to keep on your radar. Then we have Dominus Purge. I mean, this card has been consolidating, guys, for months. Consolidating. Just crashed after, you know, pure yummy deck profiles fell out of favor and people started combining it with Mitsu and you know, it crashed. The card was like 36s to 40s and then crashed down to 20s, and it's been consolidating here forever. But now you see a volume spike here. Interest has come back, especially post-BANLIST here. And it could be that the consolidation is over at the very least until April, until the next rarity collection. So yeah, fundamentally speaking, why maybe this is a card that, again, these calls are more like 2 to 3 month time frames. Keep in mind a reprint is coming type of thing. You know, we're not saying long term, 6 to 9 months out, a year out. No, you don't want to hold this card. But if you're going to an event, if you need this card, like, why should people potentially be picking this card up right now?
Yeah, so this, you know, for one, we got a new Dominus card announced. And I think for 2, people are looking at this in the Exosister deck. So even though the Carmel is a dark, like the new Xyz guy that they got, I think you still play Purge in the deck because everything else is light. And Purge is just a great card against Dracotail. It hits the traps, it hits Lucius. So all of those factors go into it.
All right. So yeah, definitely things to consider as we can see the volume spikes and the interest coming in as of late. So great take with that one here. And here we do have the white screen. All right, and then the white screen just disappeared, and now we have Magic Deflector. So as we can see here, basically this card is a super rare. We talked about it ages ago. Why? Because of course, now with Radiance around the corner, we understand. But we always said that in Yu-Gi-Oh, there's always some type of equip, field, continuous, and or quick play spells that are broken in the game. Sure, that doesn't mean that this card necessarily always saw play. It didn't. It was very sporadic. But as an OTS Tournament Pack 3, super rare, it was always one that when it was cheaper, we're like, guys, if you want exposure, at the very least get your playset, because you never know. And now, I mean, the card was $3. You could get 3 for 10 bones. You could get 3 copies. Card is $7. I mean, with shipping, honestly, it's pushing more towards 9s, and you do see a Wall of China here of 21 copies. But after that, literally goes to double digits and beyond. 8 listings only, guys. Again, just literally parabolic. The card is already up close to a 3x move. So yeah, I mean, let's hear it. I would suppose it's because of Radiance, but you know, are they going to be that powerful that people will actually, you think, start consider I'm sorry, not maining, but side decking 2 to 3 copies in their side decks?
I think it's possible. This is one where I would probably sell into this hype. I don't know that Radiant's going to be so strong that you're going to need to side multiple copies of Magic Deflector, but it's possible. Yeah. People are picking it up, so they're definitely trying it.
No, yeah, that's a good point. Sometimes, you know, they need cards to try and test it. They feel it's strong enough. And Tate makes a good point. It's all about having access. So again, a card that only has 2 prints. The comments are readily available at shekels. You know, they're still at under $1 if you really need access to the card. Not a bad time to pick the comment up if you're on a budget, if you don't, you know, necessarily care about the max rarity. But again, yeah, I mean, for us people that were buying down here, it's time to eat for sure. For people that are looking, you know, to upgrade their rarity, because insane. And yeah, I mean, as the formats change, the ban list comes out and things change in the meta, you know, people are going to recur to cards that they feel that they may need, especially when there's only 2 prints and the max rarity came out many years ago. Then we have K904 Noroi. Again, from Doom of Dimensions, the card was $15-16. We said, guys, if there was ever a time, pick this card up, $50 for a playset. Literally said it on the channel. Just pay your $50. Noroi came out not that long ago, and it's harder to get than people may think. And now post-BANLIST, insane volume candle. Insane volume candle. Literally, you can see You know, not just the largest in the last 3 months, but the largest by double. So it's double the size of the previous largest candle. That's just such a strong signal of the market of people coming in, Yu-Gi-Oh players rushing in to get their copies. And right now it's $20, but it quickly goes to 25s with shipping at the bottom of the page, and you don't even see a lot of walls of China. 22 listings. So I mean, I would not be surprised if this card comes all the way back up to the previous highs. I mean, we're just $5, $6, $7 away. Yeah, I mean, again, the K9 package, what do you think? There's, you know, the fur hire angle, you know, to it, plus just let us hear it. Like, why is this going, you know, what do you think is going to happen? Is it going to keep going up? Like, is the rush legit? Do you see people actually playing that variant? Like, what's going on, you know, with regards to this?
I think it's a combination of things. I think a lot of people thought this might go to 1 on the list, so they were a little bit hesitant to buy it before. And then also, you know, in these K9 decks, the fur hire variant, for example,
my bad, Tate. Look at that. I had to interrupt you. Well, look at that. What? First of all, I need to say, Tate reached out a couple days ago. You know, he was like, Jay, look into fur hire. The cards are going parabolic, and thanks to Tate, you know, I pulled a couple fur hire cards up, and we talked about him. I think it was either in our last episode or, you know, pretty not too long ago. And insane, the card has kept getting bought out, Tate. You know, you were in the middle of your explanation, but I just had to put, look at that. Just literally a couple left at 30, then 35s, then gone. I'm gonna work on pulling up beat, but just keep explaining. Yeah, my bad. Just keep going on.
No, you're good. Yeah, so Noroi, you know, people thought it might go to 1, and then it didn't. And so you can play it in Fur Hire, you can play it in Vanquish Soul, any of these K9 decks. You know, I think K9 as an engine is not dead. Even though we have Jokel to 1, Case to 1, a lot of the lines are still the same, especially like in the Fur Hire deck. You know, you can play like 2 Lantern. So that definitely we can see people coming in and buying it. I think this is a good time to try to get it for under 20s if you can.
Yeah. I mean, great point. Again, Tate highlighted this a couple days. Jay, just look into it. And we did, you know, before these prices kept going on crazier. You still have Mayhem for Hire, the common here. You see massive volume candles, so it's still readily available at shekels with only 2 prints. I would be hopping on that, but the secret rare has gone parabolic as Yu-Gi-Oh players look to play the max rarity. And like we talked earlier in the week, you know, these were literally cleaned out. Now some have come back into the markets.
I almost want to sell mine.
Yeah, hey, I can't blame you. You know, if you start seeing 40 to 50 piece,
yeah, right.
Yeah, man, you find a Billy Bomb
play
over there.
Else.
Be like, yo, Billy, I heard you playing K9 fur hire, man. Yo, I need to eat. Yo, Jay, you want to go grab a steak? Let me just sell this, you know, hey, to your boy Billy at the vet. Nah, man, but I can't blame you. I mean, it is high up there, especially for a card that at one point was sub $5. Look, man, it was $3.99 essentially, guys. So insane, and it has extended even to Raphael, champion fur hire. This card was $2, and now it says 3s. Look at that. 6 listings only. I actually have 2 of these. I do have 2 of these that I had all the way back when I thought I was a good Yu-Gi-Oh player and that I may have wanted to play for hire, because I always liked the deck. I like how, you know, it has dragons, it has reptiles, it has like many different like types of monsters and things of that nature. So it was always nice. But yeah, volume has been coming in, and this card, I mean, pretty soon is going to be 5s and then 8s and then gone. So insane. The hype has extended throughout the entire archetype. And it's nice to see. I mean, the Roys are also going up. So just a full K9 package, you know, make sure you keep it in mind. You know, I wouldn't be wanting to pay more than 20s, maybe get a deal for $50 for a playset in person. But the more you wait, the harder it is going to be to get these cards because it's just the demand and the hype and people needing these. And it's a core set ultra that no one's cracking open that much Duma Dimensions anymore. Then we have Kewl Tune Clip. Again, this is one of Tate's personal picks. You know, the Starlight rare here. As Kewl tunes continue to go up in price across the board, Tate wanted to highlight this specific card and this specific version, the Starlight rare, should just take it over.
Yeah, so I noticed that, you know, this one's kind of lagging behind. And in the new support, we did get a synchro that specifically mentions Clip as its name. It's one of the materials. So I think, you know, and this is the Phimena, this is the Holly Sue, the play on your opponent's turn card of the deck. So I think running 3 of this is probably necessary if you want to be successful. And, you know, if you look at like Q, for example, or the synchro, those have already gone up insane.
Yeah, I think, as you can see, most of the Kewl Tunes cards have been going on up. Thanks to the new support that, Tate just referred to here. So, yeah, I mean, when you compare the Starlights, some of these are already higher up there. So, definitely one to keep in mind. And just overall, if you want to play the deck archetype, with the new support eventually, some of these may continue to go up. So, definitely keep these cards in mind. And it does also have a CR. So the CR right here, just in case if you're a mid-max rarity type of person, 13s.
I like the CRs.
CRs there you go. Okay. Yeah. Some people won't like it. Some people do. So, I mean, I like it because of the price.
If you can get them Euro.
Man, you're even Euro commons, man. Everything looks good over there. I'm living on the wrong side of the planet. But, hey, as you guys can see, keep this one in mind overall as a card. Then we have Branded Fusion. Again, we touched base on the Ultimate Rare not too long ago. It was like between around $35 last time we touched base on it, and now it's a 40 piece. 8 listings only. You have a couple one-ofs, and then it's a $65 card. So yeah, I mean, the quarter century's like 270s, I think it is. You have these, and then after that, you have like Secrets and Supers and Ultras. So I mean, yeah. What do you think about Branded Fusion? The fact that it did not get hit on the ban list, as some people, thought that the deck is too strong, that maybe they hit this, and there's still people playing without this and things of that nature. So what's going on with Branded Fusion right now?
Yeah, so I think there was a question of like, do we play Branded Fusion and Branded Dracotail? Like, is that the optimal way to play the deck? And I think more and more people are settling on, yes, you want to play 2 of this. It's a broken card. There's hardly any reason not to. And so, it's recently been, I think, when was the last dip here?
Great question. So the last dip was New Year, basically like 3 weeks ago. It was like $25. It was crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, now you see the clear rebound here. Strong, especially now post-BANLIST. So yeah, I mean, you're right. It's just the card is too good. At the very least, it serves as bait, to bait a hand trap or something. So I mean,
right.
Yeah. Only 5 prints ever. No one wants the super rare. No one wants the ultra rare. So it comes down to like maybe the secret if you're on a budget, which is not bad. It looks gorgeous. And then you do have
secrets
the
are nice.
Options. Yeah. These, man, look at that. They look clean. And the volume has been coming in. So still cheap, man. Walls of China here at 237s. I always thought this should be like a $4 or $5 card. So the fact that it's down here, not bad at all. Definitely make those considerations with a card like this. Then we have Centur-Ions. Again, Tate said, hey, Jay, let's highlight Centur-Ions. Let's talk about a couple of those cards here and there. He'll explain the fundamental reasons in just a bit, but let me just highlight the cards here. We have Emblem of Oath. We have Centur-Ion Primera. We have Centur-Ion Trudea. And let's see, we also have Centur-Ion Legacia. And I think there's one more with Auxilla. So again, it's just the deck core. You want exposure to these cards. Tate is going to explain the fundamental reason why. But again, just value-wise, price-wise, I mean, Emblem of Oath, for example, used to be $5. And now essentially is almost 2x in price. You can see here 955s. Then it does go towards $10. You do have Primera here. Used to be 5 bones. And now, I mean, there's 650s pushing towards 7s for Trudea as well. Pretty similar prices, a tad bit more expensive, over $7. Then you have Legacia, which was a tin reprint that used to be super cheap. Right here, you can see at one point it was 250s, and now it's pushing 4s to almost $5 right there. So you can see as a whole, the whole deck archetype is going up in price. We have Auxilla here, came out at 30 cents, and it's still around there, but you can see some spikes here and there, around 50 cents. So why should people make these considerations, Tate, with potentially picking up this deck core that honestly, like, most people forgot about?
Yeah, for one, it's playable with the Elf Note stuff. I think a lot of people are looking into, like, how can we make this new archetype the best? And so, any of these synchro archetypes people are considering, and Centur-Ion's just really good at making synchros. In addition, I was talking to someone at my locals the other day, and he was like, yeah, after the ban list, I was thinking about playing Radiant for Richmond, but I put it down and I picked up all the Centur-Ion stuff. I think I'm going to play Elf Note Centur-Ion. So I was like, so I listed my stuff. It all sold insta.
That's a great point. So, just having that market insight, the fact that, you listed your stuff is sold per se, and that means that the demand is there. The demand is there. And it's just great insight because you never know. You never know. You know, if a deck, one of these decks tops, or you know, so a good pilot gets a hold of it and make some things happen, then these cards would go crazy. So definitely make those considerations. Then we have
I think Legatia.
Go ahead.
I think the quarter century for Legatia went already went crazy.
Yeah, let's see, man, because Tay is always on top of these buyouts. We have the CR, which is his favorite rarity, at $10, and then we do have, correctly stated by Tate, this card was $25. It says 2930s, and now it's 45s. Quickly goes to 60s, then to 80s. So this one is getting cleaned out, and essentially, like Tate is referring to, like, these are the subtle signs that, you know, if other people don't know, usually it starts like this, then it trickles down to the lower rarities and then to the other cards of, you know, the deck archetype as well. So great key, great highlight with this specific version here of the card moving on up in price. So definitely a great call with that one. Keep Centur-Ions in mind overall. And then we have Purrely's here. Again, Tate highlighted this one in the sense that just how Rescue Ace got the new cards. Was it Makonko's as well? I think it was.
It's amazing defenders. So I think it's Makonko.
Yeah. So again, these getting new support. And where's this deck archetype right here? Again, this might be next. And keep in mind the quarter century secret rare reprints from Rarity Collection 2, the Forgotten Rarity Collection. I mean, Purrely here is what, like 567s?
Pretty cheap. Yeah,
under sixes. And then you do have my friend Purrely here. It's what? Let's see, $3. You can get 3 of these for $10. Not bad at all. And then you have a pretty memory here. Same deal, around 3s. Like, don't let these cards be 5, 6, 7, maybe even double digits one day. If new support is announced, these cards would go parabolic. So that's a great point, great insight by Tate in the sense to keep in mind, you know, that third archetype that, you know, pretty popular within Yu-Gi-Oh players that, you know, could be up next for potential future support. So great call. Right there. Then moving on to a couple of staples. You know, like Tate did mention this one earlier. In the sense of you know, quick play spells that, you know, Radiant players have access to. So obviously we have a staple like Droplet. I mean, the quarter century secret rares are for about $40. It's been around there consolidating for a good while now. So yeah, if you want the quarter century, definitely keep that one up in mind, I meant to say. And then we do have a common that I think got reprinted in, where is it? The legendary 5Ds decks. It should be around here, right there. Boom. So it's under 2s, not bad if you're on a budget. And then you do have the ultra rares, which is, you know, considered kind of like a mid-max rarity here, which actually after the common print, it got destroyed in price. I mean, it does quickly go up to 3s and beyond. So that's kind of like a deal right there around 2s. But if you can pick up this card overall, regardless of rarity, make sure you do so. Price-wise, is not bad at all. It's pretty affordable. And then fundamentally speaking, why should people, you know, you mentioned the Radiant angle, maybe overall as a staple. How is Droplet going to react in this current format?
Yeah, it's good into the format. You know, not just Radiant can play it. I think a lot of decks can either main or side this. You know, just the spot negation is pretty powerful. And also, like, Draco Tail plays a lot of big bodies, so having the attack is also relevant.
Yeah. Great point. People forget how broken this card is. It changes attack, so you can activate it in damage, and it negates effect as well. You know, if I'm not mistaken, that's the way it works. So keep it in mind. Quick play broken staple has been a staple for a reason. So definitely one to keep on your radar. Then we have Ghost Belle, as you know, a hand trap Ghost Belle in Haunted Mansion. You know, again, many different rarities to choose from, and it could get reprinted maybe in a different variant or in rarity 5 some way somehow. But until then, definitely a card to keep in mind. You know, we do have the quarter century secret rares, which are actually hovering around $50, 55s currently. So it's still just consolidated there. And yeah, maybe, you know, meta relevance wise, how does Ghost Belle, such an iconic hand trap, goes for the graveyard? We obviously have Fissure for people wanting to attack the graveyard, but this is a hand trap where you can, you know, timely hit something. So do you think, just based on your Fissure call and things of that nature, that this one will, you know, perform well as well?
I think Ghost Belle just has really good wide coverage into the format. Like, it can hit the Draco Tail traps, it can hit Crocea. There's just a lot of things in the format that it's like decent against. So I've seen a lot of lists, you know, either maining or siding Belle.
Yeah, there we go. So definitely one to keep in mind. Again, you do have plenty of budget options here that are cheap enough, like that secret at 3s. That's not bad. you know, under 10s for a playset. Then you have all the P's and all them R's. You know, with PCRs around $7, so that's crazy. PR is still cheap, around $4 to $5. So yeah, that's wild. That the PCR is more than the PSR, so that's pretty interesting. But you do have budget holographics, so not bad to make those considerations if you feel like you really need the card. And it just got a rare in Phantom Revenge as well at around quarters. So that was free 99. So no excuse to not have access to the card. Then we have Jizukiru, the Star Destroying Kaiju. So again, Tate wanted to highlight this specific kaiju here. You know, and yeah, it does have commons and rares and things of that nature, but not that many holographic options. So I mean, look, the ultra rare technical max rarity, it says 291s, and yeah, you do have a couple one-offs. It quickly goes to 3s and beyond. So 24 listings is not that much, guys. I mean, so the demand is coming in. It came in Battles of Legend Chapter 1. Set is impossible to get nowadays. So yeah, why Jizukiru compared to other kaijus that, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh players should be looking at right now?
Well, it's that's the secret goo. I can't leak
that. Okay. I like that. You see, Tate has secret goo, but he's still telling you guys, hey, before the secret goo comes out at a later time, pick up this card, guys. You know, Tate has already been making amazing call outs on the channel. So, you know, hey, if Tate speaks, I listen, man. I need my Jizukirus. I think I got a couple. I think I probably got to place it already. But yeah, if you need it, keep it in mind as a card. Overall, you know, that's the fundamental reason for this card today. Tate's secret goo. Love it, guys. So, you know, keep it in mind. Ultra rare max rarity. You do have the super rares here from the OTS pack at 2s. And then you have commons and rares. So just have exposure and access to the card. So there you go. Then we have number C101, Silent Honor Dark. And then number 101, where is it? Right here. Silent Honor Arc. So both of these right here, you wanted to highlight both of these cards. So don't forget the C101 got a reprint in the tins. So it's pretty cheap at $3.99, literally at under a dime. No excuse to not have exposure to this version. And then number 101, you have plenty of versions. Quarter Century Secret Rares around $6-7. You have a Platinum Secret Rare at $3.99. You know, and then you have the OG versions. And then you have a Ghost Rare as well. So the Ghost Rare is just $18, man. Like, this card is super cheap. It's been like 27s, 30s in the past. Look at this volume candle. That's wild. That's an insane volume candle that came in very, very recently this month, a couple weeks back. And the card has curved up, V-shape recovered from the lows. And 16 listings, you have one at 18, but then it quickly starts going into the 20s and beyond. $35 at the bottom of the page. You do have a Wall of China at $24. But again, you do have the quarter centuries here at $5, $6, $7. So why should people be picking up number 101 and number C101 as well?
As for the Nashonite package, we've seen that Vanquish Soul is still a good deck. You can still play K9 cards. And I think that as an alternative to C104, like Jay has on the screen here, the Honor Dark is, in my opinion, I think it's better because it allows you to be more proactive with your removal. I think by the time you've hand ripped and half their life points with the C104, you've probably already won the game. So just having another steal is really powerful.
Yeah. So definitely keep these number XZs in mind now with the Vanquish Soul Resurgence post-BANLIST. Yeah, might as well just pull up Holly Sue, which we did mention in our previous market watch again with the comeback of Vanquish Soul. Thanks to the unlocks here. Again, Holly Sue still around $80 for the max rarity. And then we do have this card still with a couple one-off deals, but then it quickly goes towards 5s heading into page 2. So yeah, just your brief thought process on Vanquish Soul as a whole. What do you think about the deck now that you know, Holly Sue is at 1, but it got all its pieces back essentially? So what do you think? Where does it stand like in the meta right now compared to the not just the other pre-existing decks, but the new decks coming out full power as well?
I think it's a lot more playable than some people are giving it credit for. You know, even with Holly Sue to 1, like having 3 Raisin and 3 Stake is just so insane. Like you can still play a K9 package. You can even play this deck pure if you want to. I mean, just it's going to be something you'll see at Richmond, and it's going to be strong.
There you go, man. Yeah. We touched base on this, you know, in our latest market watch post-BANLIST reaction. And yeah, that's what we said. The fact that before Holly Sue was ever printed, and we had all our Vanquish Soul pieces, 3 Stake and 3 Raisin, the deck was already top. already without Holly Sue. So there's just one Holly Sue. Hey, one is more than none. One is more than zero. Yu-Gi-Oh players will find a way to use this and recycle this and play this and get some dubs. And as you can see, K9, I mean, we did touch base on Noroi earlier. Don't forget about Izuna. Card was 12, 13 bucks. Now it's pushing this crazy. You have a couple listings here, and then it's going to be a $20 card again. 41 listings. We always, literally a double bottom formation right here. In the midst of completing its W-shaped double bottom move, right? It's crazy. I mean, we were talking about this one earlier in the sense a couple weeks ago. So hopefully you made your moves, man. Hopefully you came in cheap, because now pretty soon it's going to be an over $20 card as well, as Tate has been mentioned in the K9 package. Not just with Vanquish, but with For Hire as well. So definitely keep that card in mind. Then we have Incredible Ecclesia. The Virtuous Tate wanted to highlight specifically the tin version. So I'll just let you take it away.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cheap right now. Volume's coming in, and there's some lists that are even playing multiples of this. It's just really strong in the branded Dracotail deck. I mean, you have to play one at least. And, you know, this version in particular, I think looks nice and is really cheap.
Yeah, we love it. If it looks nice and it's cheap, count me in. And you do have other versions as well. You know, you have these Ultras. They look terrible. I prefer the Mama Ultras, but that's just me. And then you do have the OGs right here. And then obviously the higher rarities. But yeah, the OG right here is already pushing 9s, almost double digits. I have a playset, 16 listings only. Just got it, you know, because it looks beautiful. And I know that by the time, you know, we hit Richie, man, you know, it's going to be probably 13 or 15s. You know what I mean? So that's going to be, let's see what. I'd have around 5. We'll take the 3X and go out to eat, you know.
Okay.
Go grab a steak, you know. That's on the house, on Billy Bob's house, you know what I mean? So, yeah, because these look beautiful. Honestly, when they were like 5s, and if I need 1 or 2 or 3, like this is the one that like I'd probably be playing this. It looks beautiful. I have a playset here.
Got some extras right here.
Ooh, look at that, man. Look at that. Look, they look clean. Beautiful, man. That card looks gorgeous, man. So definitely keep it in mind. Listen to Tate. You can see the double bottom booty shape recovery here. And Tate is gonna eat every Ichiman as well, because the game is just, it's that easy, boys. It's that easy. You wanted to highlight, I'll be on the Shrouded Dragon as well. Only 4 prints ever, including a latest and greatest ultra rare from the structure deck. So honestly, looking at this, I would prefer the super rare, and I would consider yeah. So why, I mean, fundamentally speaking, why should people be looking at this card overall, even though it's pretty cheap? Just yeah, let's hear it.
It's playable in the branded Dracotail. It's a nice consistency piece. And you know, it hasn't gotten a lot of attention yet, so get it while it's cheap. Yeah.
There you go. I mean, not too much to add on that one. Then you wanted to highlight Tri-Brigade cards as well. I think people are sleeping on Tri-Brigade. No one's really talking about future potential support and how good it could be. So yeah, we have Fractal here, the 2021 tin version. Wow, massive volume coming in as of late. A lot of interest post-ban list. And you do have walls here at around 288, 289. Massive walls, mind you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's insane. But Fractal and Arms Mouser, why should people be considering, as you can see, the volume coming in strong, picking up these cards now, even with the walls of China? Let's hear it.
Yeah, so after the Mitsu hits and the Herald ban, I think people are looking at different ways to play Yummy, and sort of the two options that have emerged are either Tri-Brigade Yummy or Sulfur Yummy. And I think Tri-Brigade is probably the stronger option. So Fractal, you know, I think it says what, 2 prints? There's like a super.
Yeah, so there's a OTS super, you're correct, OTS, and then an OG Ultra. But yeah, only 3 prints, and you know, this will get hard to get soon. So yeah. And how about Arms Mouser? Same deal, just same take?
Yeah, same deal. I mean, there's a lot of people that really like the Yummy deck and are just looking for any possible way that they can keep playing it.
Yeah, that's a great point. So yes, there's walls of China, a lot of supply, but if this catches on and starts topping, you guys already know what will happen. Next, we have Chaotic Elements as an Alliance Insight common. Insane volume candle came in overnight thanks to the ban list. And yeah, 97 listings here. You do have a wall of China at 20 cents. We get it, guys. This is under a quarter. It's readily available. But because of that, just pick it up. You never know with these commons. 97 listings is not a lot of listings for a core set common, guys. So keep it in mind. And then fundamentally speaking, you know, why should Yu-Gi-Oh players consider getting exposure to this card right now?
Yeah, so this is your extra copies of Jokel and Case, essentially. You're your K9 package is essentially you're replacing 2 Jokel, 2 Case with like 3 Chaotic Elements and 1 Lantern. Because this can search your Jokel.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think, you know, get it. Like if you have this, definitely hold on to it. If you find it in your bulk, then you know you have a good card.
Yeah, that's important because some people, oh, it's common, bulk and stuff. Yeah. But again, these walls can disappear, and if it's utilized, you know, again at 3 or people need multiples and it's meta relevant, you never know with some of these commons. Again, only 97 listings, not that much for a common card. Then we have Droll and Lockbird in general. You know, just want to hear your take. Post-BANLIST going down to 2. I already gave my take last market watch, but let's hear. What do you think about Droll and Lockbird overall? We have these commons here at Shekels. Should people be picking these up? You know, let's hear it.
It's still a really strong card, I think, especially if people are playing Vanquish Soul. You know, a lot of people are moving their extra copies because of the ban list, so there's like a lot of one-ups on the market. But yeah, definitely like still meta relevant, still can play 2 in the side. Like it's definitely not unreasonable to pick these up.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes after a ban list, if a card, a hand trap like this goes down to 2, in a weird way, sometimes it's more convenient in the sense of side decking. Like maybe you didn't have 3 slots, but you had 2, and now you can slide these 2 in there instead of, you know, playing 3 of something else. So definitely make those considerations with Droll. Sure, could it get reprinted in the Rarity 5? Yes. Could it get hit in the future ban list? Who knows? But, you know, here in the short term, in the next month or 2, we can see maybe a rebound on some of these versions as people get their exposure to their 2-ups. And here we have Linkuriboh. Again, it has a multitude of different versions. We do have a quarter century secret rare that we're going to pull up for you because that one is actually getting cleaned out. And then Tate wanted to also highlight the platinum secret rare, you know, as a more budget option. But yeah, Linkuriboh was 12 bucks, which is crazy. We can see the parabolic advanced move. It says 17s with the largest volume candle in the last 3 months. It's a 30 piece. After these 5 right here, goes to mid 30s and then 40s. Wow. And then gone. Tate, 1 page only, 9 listings as we can see here. Just insanity, about to breach the previous all-time high pretty soon. Just insane. So we have the platinum secret rare. Tate, do you believe this is next, and why is this happening? Linkuriboh making moves, making plays at around a buck and some change, but quickly goes to 2s and beyond. What do you think about this card?
Yeah, I think this is another Yummy related buyout. People are looking at this as in the Tri-Brigade and the Sulfur Cord variants, like just being able to protect your synchros, or to, you know, it's just a good link 1 generic. You know, you can use it to go into your level 2 synchros with the Yummy cards. So I think that the platinum secret rare could definitely be next. Yeah, I think there's also a jump version.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, we have the couple ultra rares, and the jump is right here as well, which is yeah, it's around $5, which is not bad. Again, some Yu-Gi-Oh players prefer like specific jump promos and things of that nature. So I really do like the suggestion by Tate here. Just keep the card overall in mind. Quarter century secret rare already spiking up, and we do have the platinum secret rare, which can be done consolidating here, and we can start to see a ramp back up to towards the previous highs of 5s, especially after the quarter century secret rare gets cleaned out. So great suggestion. Then we have Fossil Dig overall, you know, new Dino support coming. So I mean, I just pulled up the quarter century secret rare in general. We see back-to-back large volume candles. It's currently around $16 with shipping, but quickly goes to 20s. So why should people be picking up their Fossil Digs right now?
Yeah, Fossil Dig is both relevant because we got the new Dino support announced, but also because this searches either your little Rex or your big Rex in the for hire deck. So you can play 3 of this just to have extra copies of Rex Gale or the Rex Freight. Interesting.
Yeah. So it's a double whammy. You have new Dino support plus for hire implications. So I'm definitely keep this one in mind. Then we have Lunalight cards. Again, Lunalights have been forgotten about. No one has cared about them anymore. No one's paying attention to them right now, especially with all the new decks coming out and all the changes. But we do have Lunalight Gold Leo here from Duelist Advanced. Card was $8. You see a V-shaped recovery with volume, and it's crazy. With shipping right now, it is $15 right now. And then after a couple 1-ofs and 2-ofs, a playset here and there, it's a $20 to $25 card. So yeah, what's your thought process? 16 listings only. You know, how does Lunalight fare against current matchups, current, you know, post-ban list format? As we can see here, Gold Leo is already making moves.
Yeah, I think it's a strong deck. You know, they can play Impulse. Liger Dancer is just crazy, right? I've seen people talking about this deck as a potential meta call for Richmond, just because it's, you know, Baguska didn't get hit. You still have easy access to your Liger Dancer, which can clear boards and OTK. So I think people are looking at it as like a sort of off meta pick.
Yeah. It's like a sleeper deck, and that's good. That's good, because you know, when people don't pay attention, then they don't get ready for certain decks. They don't decide, you know, to consider playing against you know, unbreakable monster essentially. And you know, then they can find themselves in a precarious situation. So yeah, I mean, $5 here.
And with Malice totally gone, right? There's less Lancia in the format, and also less Droll because it's a 2 now. And both of those are cards that are very strong against Lunalight.
Yeah. So those indirect hits per se, you know, help you know, the deck potentially perform better, which it was already topping here and there at the regional level and even at big events. So definitely, you know, what Tate essentially is considering as a potential sleeper deck heading into the new format. So definitely make sure you keep this one in mind. And then we do have Spell Canceller. Again, it's been around a quarter here. And that's where it's at with the Wallet China for this beautiful prismatic secret from the 2025 tins. So yeah, Spell Canceller, why should people be, you know, other than the fact that it's cheap, consider picking up this card that people thought may actually get touched on the list, but it didn't. So what do you think about this one?
Yeah, I mean, A, it wasn't touched, and B, there's still ways to go into this in Crystron. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see some sort of Spell Canceller in the side and just, I mean, I don't like the card, but right. You know, if you can sack free wins, you should.
Right. Especially against Radiant, you know, and I mean, yeah, it is machine. They'll find ways to slap it out, especially now that inclusion came back to 3. So definitely a great take by Tate. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different versions, but this one, Prismatic Secret at quarters, you can't get any better than this, man. I'll let this go maybe potentially one day from Shekels to Billy's. 77 listings is not that much, and it is a Prismatic Secret rare. Prismatic Secret rares pull rates wise are terrible inside the tin, so you definitely want to make those considerations. And lastly, we do have Ghost Fairy Elphobia from Lord of the Tachyon Galaxy, single print card. Once per turn, you can reveal 1 wind monster in your hand. So the end of your opponent's next main phase 1, it says monster with a higher level than this reveal monster cannot activate their effect. That's crazy. Now that I read, hey, we Yu-Gi-Oh players don't read cards, but when we take our time to do so sometimes, single print, super rare, that came out 50 years ago. You know, and back in the good old glory days, and yeah, it says $9-10. It's actually a couple unlims at 6s, not bad. I mean, the first ads at 6s as well, so not bad if you really need the card. 58 listings, so I did read the effect there, but yeah, potential implications with this one, Tate?
Yeah, so both, like, Radiant obviously as a wind deck, shutting out anything that's level 3 or level 4 or higher would be really powerful. Yeah, unfortunately it's only till the end of the main phase 1, but that means you're gonna survive. And you know, we're always looking for floodgates that can shut our opponent out of playing. That's one of the ways to win in Yu-Gi-Oh is unfortunately shutting your opponent out of playing the game. And then also, you know, it's a psychic, so you can e-tele into this in like Punk and stuff.
Hey, yeah,
for like Genesis format. And I think we got announced that there's going to be like Genesis at the YCS, right?
Yeah, they've been doing it
like,
at the YCS.
Like an actual, like a main Genesis.
No. I know it's like an invitational, but like a bigger, like they used to do like the Ultimate Time Wizard ones with like 300, 400, 500 players, not like just the Genesis pool. So yeah, that's a good point. So I mean, that is the case. So yeah, great call with this one. Great way to end it on this note. And again, guys, link in the description down below. Make sure to just sub to Tate's channel right there. Let's make sure that we're supportive And yeah, man. So yeah, any last words before we get out of here? I mean, it was a
Look,
super
that
fun.
says #1 Draco Tail Coper. I was on that shit before anyone else.
You see, there we go. When no one else was talking about the deck, your boy was on here, just literally created the channel and started hopping on and providing that advice. And that's why I love bringing on Tate. I love bringing on people that provide value, especially members of the channel, other content creators. It's just always super fun, and the value is at an all-time high with these market watches. So make sure you always stay in tune, stay in touch, subscribe to Tate, subscribe to your boy, ring that bell, like the video on the way out, share this in one place in the group chat with some friends, because it really does go a long way. So again, Tate, thanks for hopping on. You know, we'll have you on next month as well, probably after, you know, Richie Man. Look forward to seeing you there, and all you guys that are going to the event. Thanks for hopping on. And yeah, man, with that said, any last words before we get out of here?
See you at Richmond.
Yeah, sounds good, man. All right, guys, thank you so much for your time, for your support, and for your attention. Stay fresh.